Most people think the story of Earth started with humans, but we are basically the last-minute guests who arrived at the very end of a massive party. If you took the entire history of our planet and put it into a 24-hour clock, humans have only been here for about the last 2 minutes. Before we showed up, the world was a completely different place, filled with creatures so strange they look like something out of a scary movie. We are walking on top of billions of years of secrets buried deep in the dirt. Today, we are going to dig up the truth about who really used to run this place before we took over. Before the dinosaurs ever took their first breath, the world was ruled by things called gorgonopsids. Imagine a creature that looks like a mix between a giant lizard and a saber-toothed tiger. These guys were the top predators long before the T-Rex was even a thought. They had huge fangs and could run incredibly fast across the ancient plains. But they didn't just disappear for no reason. About 250 million years ago, something called the Great Dying happened. This is one of the biggest mysteries in science because nearly 95% of all life on Earth was wiped out. Was it massive volcanoes that didn't stop erupting for thousands of years? Was the air just too poisonous to breathe? We still aren't 100% sure, but it cleared the stage for the most famous rulers of all time. Of course, we have to talk about the dinosaurs. For over 100 million years, they were the bosses of the planet. We always hear about the T-Rex, but have you heard about the Spinosaurus? It was even bigger than the T-Rex, had a massive sail on its back, and it could hunt both on land and in the water. But the mystery gets even deeper when you look at the oceans. While dinosaurs walked the Earth, the seas were full of mosasaurs. These were basically giant underwater dragons with teeth like steak knives. These creatures didn't just live here, they dominated every single corner of the globe. They survived through massive shifts in the continents and wild weather changes, making it seem like they would stay forever. But here's the scary part that we often forget. Being the strongest doesn't mean you are safe. When that famous asteroid hit Mexico 66 million years ago, it wasn't just the explosion that killed everyone. The real problem was the darkness. Dust and soot filled the sky, blocking out the sun for years. Plants died because they couldn't see the light. Then the plant eaters died because they had nothing to eat. And finally, the big hunters died out too. It shows us how fragile life really is. Even after the dinosaurs, the world didn't just become calm. We had the Titanoboa, a snake as long as a school bus that could swallow a whole crocodile in one gulp. We had the Megalodon, a shark so big it could bite a small boat in half. Every time the world resets, nature tries something even more wild and experimental. Eventually, the Earth cooled down, the giant monsters faded away, and small mammals like us finally got a chance to grow. But we have to wonder, are we just another phase in Earth's long diary? Earth has a way of cycling through different rulers. From giant lizards to massive birds to humans, the story of evolution is full of gaps that we still can't explain. There are probably millions of species that lived and died that we haven't even found fossils for yet. We are living in a tiny window of time on a planet that has seen it all. It is pretty humbling to think that one day, millions of years from now, another species might be looking at our bones and wondering what kind of world we ruled. This is the mystery of our planet, and the more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. Vismaya, Vishwa. Check out this next video to see the strangest creatures still living in the deep ocean today.